welcome back, whatever the fuck you want to say. We're back, boys. Last time, um, I'm trying to remember, so if I forget something important, let me know. Last time, you guys, I think it was the aftermath of... No, you guys had combat, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys, were in the Puck Academy of History. You guys were learning what the runes were that were on you. They are maps. And specifically, they are maps to these very powerful relics that, reminder, are the broken pieces of the Space Sword and the Time Gauntlet. Two weapons that were used in the Great War against Ether that drove him into the null plane, which is just basically the nothing plane. And they were lost to time, and now they're back. LOL in the in the terms of maps printed onto your skin. You guys were getting that read when I don't think anyone else clocked it but Hoebe, that Finian and a couple of goons with him crashed into you guys' floor. One of them killed a whole bunch of the people, the innocent historians that were there. Luckily, Mel was able to erase whatever knowledge that they were trying to gain, the maps that the historians drew.
I think that might have been Hebe.
Oh my god, yeah, it was Hebe. My bad. Hebe did that, which... What a great move. What a terrible move for me, but what a great move for you.
God, that spell only had one use.
Yeah, you guys eventually, Orion stabbed through one of the goons who was coming at you and looked, and you guys kind of saw, at least Solara saw that they were a sun elf, with some black horns coming out of their head, and they really fucking didn't like her. Yeah, and I think those are the most important parts of it. Finian called you sister, Hebe, and yeah, when you guys were able to destroy or to kill most of them before Eclipse's private security showed up, so Finian Misty stepped, took the rest of his allies, or the ones he could, and got the fuck out of there. They arrested one of the goons, and then in the aftermath, Io, you, and Dia talked a little bit about the ring that you got. Did I send you? I sent you the little card for that, right?
You showed it to me. I don't know if you actually sent it to me.
You sent it. It was in the chat for the it was in the voice chat for this channel. So it should still be there.
Let me make sure I have it. Oh, here we go. Here, I'll just send it again.
Thank you.
Dia came back with this and told you what it was. So this is your ring now, ring of amplification. You guys can read the card if you want. But now you have that. Dia also told you that Oscar thinks that the thing that's been destroying all the factories on the night side of the moon is core. And or at least he suspects it's core. And so they told you that it might be of utmost importance. They just basically told you that that is who Oscar is going after next. Or at least he's very much, you should find core before Oscar does. Morgan had a shift in reality again. And this time came back to where Finian was after in the aftermath of the battle, trying to heal one of his allies. Things got a little bit hot and heavy. Morgan took off their shirt, showed the tattoo to Finian, who was busy memorizing it right before you shifted back. He looked at the tattoo, the dragon mark on your neck, and just made the comment in surprise, you're hers. And then you came back, and yeah. Oh, Mel and Io, right? You guys spread the ashes of the historians around, and in all of this, Oscar and Rune bring you guys together and basically say that they are now hiring Oscar as private. So Eclipse Technologies is private security for you guys. So you will be going to the night side of the moon to one of his bunkers where you'll be safer. It's gonna be about like a 2-day train ride. Was there anything else big that happened? I don't think so. Oh, and then at the end, Solara, like, hee-hee-ha-hee giggling with Hoebe, looks over, and Hoebe, like, under their sunglasses has really red eyes.
True, yeah.
So.
Forgot about that.
Yes. I think that's everything. We're making big moves now.
Money moves.
Big money moves. So, yeah. You guys are now on... Hold on one second. Oh, and then Mel also was able to steal a pad from the library researchers, and was wanting to try to recover the map notes. Oh yeah, and Kibo blasted porn to everybody. What can you do?
Love you, Kibo.
Kibo, you'll always be famous. Yeah. So you guys are all on the train now. They've kind of ushered you back up. You guys, it's kind of this like high speed, like railway, like type of train. It looks like, you know, in those, like, I don't know if you guys have seen like futuristic movies where they have trains, but it's like they kind of hover right above the like tracks. That's kind of what it looks like. It's a high-speed rail going from the day side to the night side, and you guys are going to pass through Cath, which is the town that Io grew up in. So they, I think Rune told you, Io, if you'd like to see your family, they could do that, and then also Mel. Yeah. So you guys are on the way there. You guys each have your own like little compartment again, so you can be doing whatever you want. There's a dining car. There's, you know, like obviously security everywhere. The like tunnel or the like train you guys are taking, once it gets to the night side, it's gonna go underneath the ground. So you'll kind of like get a little bit of a glimpse of like the tunnels underneath the night side where a lot of infrastructure of a lot of the cities. I know I said a little bit of the cities were on the surface. A lot of like the other, like there's cities on the surface. I think those are probably richer because of like obviously the giant dome and just like all the money that goes into those things. But I think there are also cities underneath the surface. So underneath the surface, kind of the warmth of the core of Puck makes it more of a habitable environment. That's where a lot of the plasmoids, that's where they originated from, was under the surface. So if you guys, I don't know if I've told you guys what plasmoids are. They're like gelatinous, like they're like a gelatinous species that lives on the like is primarily from the lunar worlds. Yeah, so they were like kind of the first like sentient life like on the lunar worlds because they evolved underneath the crust, so underground.
Are they like human type intelligence or like wild animals or okay?
Yeah, they're sentient.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think if you look them up, there is like a D&D page for them, so it might give you a better idea of what they look like. Yeah.
She plows on my void.
You
Literally.
want to see.
So yeah, you guys are on the train. You guys can look out, and it's beautiful. Like there's a giant stalagmites come from the ceiling down to where the city is, where the cities are. You guys are kind of up above, so it's almost like you guys are air traffic for them. But you are running alongside basically like a mountain, like a cavern. And then if you peek down, you can kind of see in the valleys, there's like a futuristic city built out of the rocks underground. So, yeah. I'm going to Sorry, go ahead.
Use.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna start with you, Mel. What is Mel doing while on the train?
You said
Yeah.
you said we all have our own like cars right now?
Mm-hmm.
I think Mel would probably actually be like, I don't know what Io's doing right now, but I feel like since we're approaching maybe like where we both grew up, I'd be trying to catch up with Io a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, what's Io doing? Jaya.
I want to be a goopy little guy.
Like, we're like 4 sessions in. Like, what?
I know, I'm fucking with you.
You can have half class. You can be half class point. I would
Kind
allow
of.
that.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if Mel rocks with this, but maybe we're like in one of like our like little rooms, just like shooting the shit. Like I feel like I was like sprawled out on the couch, like very like relaxed and just yapping about like what we've been up to.
Yeah, I feel like Mel would probably be like playing solitaire or something, like with a deck of cards while they're yapping.
You guys are playing Skip Bow.
Yeah.
It's like as we like, I'm assuming there's a window in the room, and as like something passes, Io's just like, oh, remember when, like really just like yapping about like the middle of nowhere countryside and like reminiscing about events that took place. They're like, oh wait, this is where we saw Mothman or Moon Moth that one time.
Yeah, that fuck ass field trip. God damn.
Mel, are you gonna do anything with the pad this while you're on the train?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I suppose I'll kind of dig around that and see if I can find any of those notes that were written down.
Okay.
We had a long rest. Like
Yes, you guys have had a long rest. This train ride will be 2 days, so
Long rest.
yeah, you will be able to do whatever you want. Mel, if you want to look at it, because oh, and then I think we talked about you getting advantage from Io for some reason.
I think so. Yes, that's in the notes.
Yeah, I'll say since you guys are together, maybe they can take a look at it as well. But go ahead and do me an intelligence check on the cloud drive, because I think your idea was you wanted to like retrieve it from the cloud if there was like uploaded to it. Yeah, give me an intelligence check, DC 16.
Okay.
I'll toss a little bardic at you too if you want.
Bardic would actually help because I just rolled a 15.
You get advantage on it too from Io.
Yeah.
Advantage, and if you want, I will.
That's a modded 20.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Nice. And then you can add a D8 to that with the bardic if you want.
Oh, okay.
I think you said this
that's
was like
21 now.
Tablet, right?
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said, Tucker.
Sorry. You said it was like an Eclipse technology tablet, right?
Yeah, that's I think why we gave you guys get advantage on it. Okay. As you guys are looking like around this, you guys are kind of in, I would say you're probably in like the dining car or something like that. Like you're sitting at a booth, you guys are shooting the shit, yapping, and you can kind of see off in the distance, like some of the different little towns and cities that are underneath the surface. The train kind of will like, it'll be underneath for a little while and it's going to come back up to the surface. But this is kind of just like a more secure way of traveling. With a 21, with a modded 21, you guys are looking at this. There is a way to kind of tap into like the technical history of a device. It's stored. It is sort of like the cloud, but it's like the magical cloud. But to actually access like the information from that, it's encrypted because it is so like you would have to. That's like hardware level stuff. So that's like you taking it into Best Buy and being like, I need you to like get into some admin type shit. So you guys do know it's possible. What you will have to do for that is probably, at least like Io, you probably know a little bit about this just from people talking about it. You'll have to go in manually. So you'll have to find a like head, like an admin center, like a tech center where they keep all of the like hard drives for these things. Like this is a terrible example, but like those AI centers that guzzle all the water that like need to keep it. Yeah, it's like at one of those places. So you'll need to, yeah, you'll need to find a map of where they're at, and you'll need to find, yeah, I would say a map of where they are located, where you guys, like where you're going, basically. So
basically, to get access to this information, we're gonna have to break into another facility. Okay.
Yeah. You'll have to break into a data center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, can I text Katya and just be like, hey, where's the nearest tech center? I think my ring's malfunctioning.
So remember, all communication has to go through Rune. But you can. Do you want to still ask that?
Yeah, just so we can get like a list of like places.
So sorry, what do you say in the message?
Hey, my ring's malfunctioning. Where's the closest tech center? I gotta get this looked at.
Okay. You get a text back, but it's not from Katya.
Great.
You get an automated text back that goes, this number has, not like this number, but like this pathway, or like however like the technology uses to like send back and forth. This pathway like is broken, basically meaning that like it's the like equivalent of like this number is no longer in service.
Number does not exist. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. You do get, it bounces back to you, so like that message bounces back to you. And then you do get kind of, if you want, you can go ask Rune about it. Yeah. But you are able to contact Katya, basically.
Gotcha.
Could we pull up like the puck equivalent of Google Maps and try to look that way?
Yeah, you can do that. What do I even have you roll for that? I don't know.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Survival.
Most of us are just Mel.
Just Mel. I mean, I guess if you want to help, you can.
16.
Okay. You don't get because these data centers aren't they don't really want people to know where they are. You get kind of a general location of one, but you don't get a address for it. And the general location of it is kind of somewhere in the mountains that's kind of almost in between. There's a mountain range you guys are heading to where Oscar's bunker is. Somewhere in that mountain range, kind of near Cath and and Mel's village is one of these data centers. Sir. Yes. Io, do you want to attune your ring while you're here?
Just while I have time on the trip, I would like to attend to it.
Okay. I guess just let me know when you want to do that. Or if you want to do it right now.
Right now.
Do you want to do it in front of Mel, or do you want to go do it by yourself?
I think I would do it at it's whenever is after they got their ring, during that rest is when they would want to to it.
Okay. What does Io like do to attune this ring? Like, you obviously have to put it on, but is there anything else that you think that Io would want to do?
I think I will just like sit with it for a second on and just kind of like fidget with it, looking at like, because it's like an Arcadium stone on it, isn't it?
It's made of a type of. Let me go back to make sure I'm saying this right. So it's a gem. It's not made of Arcadium, but the gem has moon dust in it that like once like surrounded, like, you know, the same kind of the same principle that like Juno did for like the dust and like Willowwood. This is like moon dust, and it's attracted to the Arcadium's like magical properties.
Sick. Yeah, I think I will just sit there and is like thinking about like when they first started learning how to cast magic. I'm assuming they were like in a cave around like Arcadium, around this moon dust stuff, learning to like use magic with like core India, and just starts like reflecting on those memories with the ring.
Yeah. As you put it on, which finger do you put it on?
Honestly, wedding finger ring. Wedding ring
Okay.
finger.
Okay. You put it on, you're kind of thinking about that. And as you start to like think about that, you have it kind of like not like actually telepathically communicating it, but just like feeling a vibe out. The ring kind of like it was a little bit big like whenever you put it on, but it kind of like tightens a little bit around your like your finger, so kind of like fits to size. And then you see little like ice crystals start to like come in either like direction of it, and then they kind of like surround some of the skin that is by the ring. It doesn't, and like in some of the metal the band kind of ices over. It doesn't hurt, but it is there.
Yeah. I would just like shake their hand a little bit. It's like, ooh, that's cold.
Yeah. That's what I thought they would do. Yeah. Anything else Mel or Io wants to do on the train?
I would like to play my harmonica a little bit. That is all.
Somehow, Phinean is not happy. Yeah, you get a little something. Give me a performance check, actually.
I don't even know what my performance mod is. Okay. 14.
Okay. You hit most of the notes. Some of them kind of go like not as like good as they usually are. But as you're doing this, Kibo like is passing by through the dining car because he like I don't know, for whatever reason, and he hears the like music and he starts to mimic you a little bit. Like he has like a recording of like some of the like harmonica stuff, and like you start doing it, and like he like kind of finishes the song, like, because I feel like you're probably like doing some sort of song that like is a pretty like country.
Yeah, I'm picturing like puck folk song type shit, you know?
Yeah, he kind of, so it's a very popular like rural folk song. He like finishes whatever like melody that you're doing.
Can I give him a high five? Does he do high fives?
You can certainly put your hand out to high five and see what he does.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay, you do that, and he like kind of like looks at it for a second, like sees if there's like anything in it that you need to give him, and you see him searching through like he did with the porn thing, like looking through like the pleasure, and he like, you see him stop on like social like interactions, like social like cultural like social interactions, and he flips through until he finds the like what you're doing, and like he does this all in the matter of like maybe like a couple seconds, and you can see the like kind of like gears turning, and then he goes,
Yes.
he kind of gives like a little like beep, and like you can interpret it as like maybe like happy or like something like that, or like acceptance, and then he goes about his day.
Excellent.
I was
I'm
gonna say,
bonding
is
with
Io
him.
still sitting there when they do that?
What'd you say, Tucker?
Is Io still sitting there when they do that?
Yeah, I'll say he was. I'll say they were sitting there.
After they high five, I think Io will ask Mel to like play another song. He's like, I'm gonna teach this robot how to dance. And teaches them like some little like folk dance to some puck music.
Teach him a
Little
line
sky
dance.
dancing.
Do you? He's about to leave to go do something else. Do you want to like stop him so you can teach him?
Absolutely.
Okay, you stop him and you explain what you want to do, and he looks at you for the first time and he goes like in that little like recording voice that he's like stitching together. Oh, I guess we lost Jaya. No. Oh.
Oh yeah, her Discord dropped.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm thinking. I'm cooking.
You good?
Let me roll something real quick.
I got we're gonna teach your little robot morals and values and how to feel.
You see, as you ask him to do that, a little like, for a second, maybe it looks. Give me an insight check, actually.
Good thing.
And Mel, you can do this as well if you want to.
18.
Okay.
10.
Mel, you're too. This little robot like hit a note that you were like, damn, I really want to hit that note, like, and it was so pure and clean that you're just too busy in the corner just being like trying to figure out what the hell this guy did. Io, on an 18, you see Kibo looks like they're like looking through like the like doing the same thing, the dancing. They look like they're maybe perhaps going to try it, like maybe like it seems interesting to them. But some sort of like pink like little like rush kind of like goes through them, and you can probably guess that they're like override function like hit. And like it like he goes back to you, like he hits you back with a very like not as like personality-ish like response, like a little bit more corporate, and he goes, I have another priority right now, but thank you for asking anyway.
Oh, that's okay. You go on now.
We'll get back to you, don't worry.
He just like nods and then like goes on his merry way. Okay, so as you guys are doing that, you guys are hanging out, we'll transition a little bit over to Solara's car. What is Solara doing?
Well, she's probably very deeply unnerved by everything that has happened. And she's probably very intrigued by the person, like the way that this person looked at her.
Yeah.
So I would honestly say that she's like drawing a sketch of them, or like making some kind of sketch of them to see if she can get any more information on like who they are or how they would know her, be connected to her.
Is Solara pretty good at like drawing? Is that like one of the things to do?
Yeah, I would think so. Like, rich people have to have like hobbies, like to be marriable and stuff. So she probably is pretty good at playing music, pretty good at drawing,
Did she pick
all the
like
things.
did she pick like one like womanly like thing to be really good at?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
She's probably like really good with like drawing and like uh I would honestly say like game playing. Like she probably kicks ass at whatever the equivalent of checkers is or chess.
You used to play all the time with Leto and Azra, and you could never beat Leto, and you beat Azra. You didn't beat him at first, but as you started playing him more and more as a child, you started beating him more and more. So Azra would always joke with Leto that you need to let her win sometimes, and he goes, "What's the point in that?"
And Solara agrees. Solara's like, no, I will not take it.
There was one time Azra let you win, and you could tell when you were younger, and you flipped the board on him, and or whatever. Or you don't think Solara would have done that as a child? What would she would have done?
No, I do think she would have done that. I think she would have flipped the board.
Yeah, she flipped the board.
I
You
think
flipped
she
the
would.
board. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think he would have known to try and like make it hard enough that she had to put in some effort, but like perhaps he made a mistake at the end where she like realized like, oh, you're doing this intentionally, and then before she completes her final move, she flips the board and she says, if you're going to gift me a win, we should not even play.
Shoot. And from that day forward, he really tried not to do that again.
Anyway, yeah, my drawing. And she probably will ask Orion, like, did they seem familiar to you?
You ask Orion that. He goes. He shakes his head. No. Let me make a perception check for him too. Actually. Okay, he rolled a die, or 3 on the die. So, no. He doesn't seem like they're familiar. He does acknowledge that he did see like what you saw, so you're not crazy. He does like, I think he goes, they seemed more interested in you, even though I was the one who had a trident through their stomach. So you've probably made a lot of enemies, my lady.
This one was different.
Yeah. He gets curious and he goes, have you never, and he's like, if you wish me to not ask any further, I will stop. But have you ever met like, anyone who strongly criticizes the royal family?
Like, yes, but to hate so outwardly is not familiar to me. Everyone has an intention or an incentive. This was raw hatred and only for me. Like, normally, like, I think Solara is a lot used to like looking through like people's actions and finding deception, like playing politics of a sort. And this is unlike any kind of like political like sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not like stating the concept that someone hates her. Like she's very familiar with people hating her. She's just stuck on how and with such vitriol, I suppose.
Make an insight check.
Okay, hold on. Let me check my.
Hmm.
That's a 16.
Okay. On a 16, You kind of see something like a series of thoughts, kind of like you don't see it obviously because he still has his helmet on, but you hear it like he pauses for a moment, and he goes, out here where the influence of the Empire is most in your face, is most apparent. People have no problem also being in your face about it. And you see kind of like probably when he says this, like I think the thought, like for the first time the thought crosses his mind that like you are a princess. You are like this, like you are Rapunzel in the castle. You have not really had much like experience with the galaxy as a whole. And if you have had experience with the galaxy, it's in a very controlled environment when you have been on state visits. So I think he kind of like remembers for the first time, or at least like understands a little bit more about your station and like your history and like where you come from. Like your experiences basically are not the same as perhaps like just an ordinary person, and like he knew that anyway, but like to hear that such confusion from you, I think kind of is a wake-up call a little bit for him, because he seems pretty much unfazed by like the vitriol in this person's eyes. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. I guess she's going to like watch like him have that like series of thoughts or whatever, and I think it might also occur to her for the first time that this person is not familiar to her either. She does not know kind of who they are or what they're about. So she's going to ask the same question. She's going to look and say, "Are you familiar of me? Do you hold any contempt?"
Are you familiar with me? Is that what you ask?
Yeah, in like such a way, like, do you like know me in such a personal way? Like, you know, like obviously like they know that I'm the princess, like he knows that I'm the princess and whatnot, but like, do you have any other connection to me or to the empire or to the royal family or to this? Like, kind of being inward for the first time and being like, I've questioned anyone around me. Let me question you, actually.
Yeah. You ask him that. I think it does take him a second to like understand what you mean by that question. And he goes, when I was first given this assignment, they gave me a file on you. Very cold, very calculating. Told me everything that they thought I needed to know about you. Your family history. What you like to do in the day. Your manners. At least he says this, and like you kind of hear a hint of like a smile in his face, like at least your mannerisms that you show to everybody else. And he goes, I am familiar with you in the way that a student is familiar with their assignment, with their homework. So he goes, I have been at... You kind of get, like, at this point, you do get a little bit of, like, him as a person. He goes, I have been at court. Not at court specifically, but, like, I have been in that, like, sphere as part of, like, the Order of the Scorching Ray for a good amount of time at this point. Like, so he goes, my only familiarity with you is, well, anyone else in the, like, in the room's familiarity with you. So, I did not... It crossed my mind, perhaps, like, and he says this in such a way that he doesn't mean to offend you, but your naivety, to the world. but yeah, it's never been quite. I think it's different. You are different than you are on a piece of paper, just like you are different when you are in front of everybody else. So
yeah, she's definitely gonna prod a little bit. Do you feel that I'm different with you than everyone else?
He goes, honestly, I can't say yet. I have not had the pleasure of being in your company so long as to give you an answer to this question.
I should hope that you will learn to know me as a person, not as a piece of paper.
That was beautiful, Kaylee. All I saw was Sam in the background just being like, sorry.
Well, I'm not done, to be fair. I ask, if you so choose, that you take off your helmet.
Okay. He goes, very well. If I will honor your request, so that you may also know me as perhaps a person and not just whatever armor I tend to wear. And he takes off his helmet for you. So let me see if I can find the pictures. Okay. Did I take screenshots of them? I did. Okay. So I'm about to send you 2 different photos. What I imagine him to be is kind of a mixture between the two, and we can kind of discuss what we would like to keep and what we would like to do. But basically, when he takes his helmet off, you see he's not a sun elf. He's not like something that you would be like very typically like Stellar Empire guard. He is a Triton, which is an aquatic like sentient species. And
Oh, let me open the chat. Okay. Oh, now of course it's not loading. Oh, fuck, he's hot. That's crazy.
He's got.
It's crazy.
I will let everybody just like take a second to feel what they need to feel. Yeah, when I was conceiving. Oh, can you see it now, Kaylee?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can. I'm partial to the long hair. I like the long hair a lot.
I also like the long hair. I want the long hair, so we'll do that.
Yay.
Long hair, yes. I think I meant more in terms of like his like facial features. So you can decide that like he has a very angular face. He is light blue in like skin color. And his hair is kind of like woven back into like this like long like braid. And it's black with like there's like, as you can see, kind of intertwined in the braid, there's different shades of like maybe blue or green. Yeah. They kind of like shimmer a little bit like they would underwater. This is timeout. When I told you guys I gave you a hint to this guy, I said he had a swimmer's build. So
you did. Okay.
I promise
you did say that's not a real hint, but Okay.
It's a real hint. To me, it's a real hint, but whatever.
So if it doesn't translate, it's not a real hint. But I hear you.
Okay. Well, if you guys thought a little bit harder, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
He takes his helmet off. Yeah. And he has, let's see which one. He also has kind of like his eyes are kind of similar to yours, and that they're kind of like dark, and then kind of have like a light blue like pupil. And you can kind of see maybe across like his face a little bit and his neck as it kind of disappears into the armor. There's, some scars and stuff like that. And yeah. He takes it off for you. And goes, "My name is Orion of House Altair. If you want, I will allow you to redo the history check that you failed.
Please.
Hold on.
Is going to be. Oh my gosh.
Because they are lesbians.
I like that.
What did you get first? I don't want to give you advantage yet.
I got a 12.
Oh.
Advantage would be nice.
I will give you advantage because after he says of House Altair, he goes, that name probably means nothing to you.
That one is a 16, so we're a little bit better.
Okay. On a 16 history check, and him saying that, he's right. You've memorized all the houses at court. You've memorized every, at least the most important contenders for the crown. And Altair has never, that name has never come up once. So, you actually have no knowledge about what, the house that he's from. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's going to intrigue her more. I'm not gonna lie. She's very confused right now. But she's gonna kind of nod and be like, it is a pleasure to meet you, Orion. Officially. You are correct. I've never heard of your house. What do they intend?
Well, what do you mean by intend?
How are they connected to the royal family? How are you in this position, basically? What do you intend even?
Yeah.
Are you bringing honor to your family? What's your goal, type of thing? He answers you and he goes, I started very young at the academy. I pledged myself from a very young age to Helia. She is my goddess, and because she is my lady, you are also my lady. Or because you are to be empress and you are to be her champion, you are also my lady. I intend to bring peace and prosperity to my house, and most importantly, security. As my job does not have as much security as as you have seen. And he's referencing all the battles you guys just went through. But it is my goal to become captain of the Order of the Scorching Ray.
and continue to defend you and your family, so that you and your family and the Empire can defend and what's the word? Defend and like take care of, but like defend and provide for my family. And you kind of notice he's giving you answers, but he seems very reluctant to give you very specific answers.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, obviously she already knows all of those things. Like, she knows that. But, like, I don't know.
Hold on. Okay.
Nothing in the chat is, yeah.
What's going on?
Just yapping.
Oh.
Homer?
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out if, like, I don't know. Really, like, she wants to, like, who the fuck is House Altair then? What do they want from? So, of course, like, you want prosperity, and that comes through the means of my family. What does your family gain from that besides security? She's not used to people getting close to her without a motive.
Without a motive.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings? Oh, I guess that was in your file. Never mind. He doesn't say that. That was a silly Kaz moment. He goes, you do not have siblings, so I would suspect that you as a person, Solara, do not understand the need. And he goes, you do not have siblings, but most importantly, and he goes, I say this, and I wish you no offense, my lady. You have not known hardship. You have not known someone else depending on you to survive and to live and to be safe and to be happy. When I say this job would provide my house security, that is what I mean. The people I love in my family will be taken care of, and no longer will they have to wonder if they are safe and at peace.
Yeah. She just, like, nods and accepts that.
Heavy stuff, bro. I do have one thing that I wanted Solara to go through, but we might. Did you want to do anything else with this conversation?
No, she's just gonna leave it there and honestly, like, kind of reiterate, like, well, so far, you have been a decent stand-in for Captain.
You see,
and then just, and then she's going to say, "Oh, and you may, like, keep, you may, like, decide. So if you so choose to remain masked or not from this point on, in my presence, in the presence of others, it is entirely up to you as well."
you see, whenever you say decent, he does smile a little bit. And you see, like, it kind of like he upturns, like, the side of his lip kind of upturns in a little bit of a smirk. But he nods and he goes, "It pleases me that my lady believes my job to be decent."
Wow.
Like, girl, what? And he goes, "I think for now, as is the custom for knights in the guard, I will keep my my helmet on, but when I feel like being a person in front of you, I'll remember the choice. And he puts it back on.
That's tough.
What can I fucking say, y'all? We out here. Yay! I'm so glad you got to see what my little guy. Yippee! Yippee!
That's all that conversation.
Okay, cool. Morgan, I'm gonna kind of turn it over to you. What the hell is Morgan doing?
Like great. I think they're just kind of like pacing the car, trying to figure out like trying to like think about what's causing them to shift. Like people just died, like they missed their dragon. I think they're just kind of they don't usually think too much and they can't do anything but think on this train ride. So it's really fucking with them, I think.
Okay. Did you want to, because I had in my notes, I think the last time we talked about this, did you want to see, like, did you want to do any checks on the tattoo? Or like the one on your neck or the one on your chest? Did you want to, I don't know, make any investigation into those things?
If there's like a mirror in their car or something, they might like look more deeply into using like if like magic feels familiar, if they can control what's happening, see what's like originally like where things are originating from and stuff like that.
It's kind of hard to hear you, or at least for me it is.
Get in my love.
Sorry. Yeah, so I think if there's like a mirror in their car, they might just like take off their shirt again and look a little bit closer at the tattoo, see if they can figure out what kind of magic's happening, where it's originating from exactly, like all of those kinds of things, I think.
So the tattoo specifically on your chest.
Yeah, I think they've lived with the dragon mark long enough that they're not as curious about it. Like they've done like all internal investigations on that in the past, I think. They don't suspect that anything new is happening like together.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check. Wow, chicka wow wow.
A 17.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, on a 17, are you looking to see if you can control it or just like what? Because you already kind of know, like, or at least like you can infer that it's interacting with something.
Okay. Yeah, I think they want to know what that interaction is like. They just want to know what's happening. So I think once they figure that out, then they can figure out how to control it.
Okay, on a 16, or no, 17, right? On a 17. You get the sense that how much does Morgan know about the tattoo on their neck?
I mean, it's not unfamiliar to them. Like other people where they grew up had them, so like they understand like the history and significance, but because it showed up in such a weird way, it is a little out of their knowledge, I think.
Yeah. You see that you know that the tattoo is like you think it's speeding up whatever the like neck tattoo does. So you think that like from where you grew up and the like the culture and the history that goes behind that tattoo, it's starting to like activate it, if that makes sense. So you're kind of like I'm trying to think how I want to word this without giving you the answer. The tattoo on your neck has a lot of different uses, but primarily it is the use. Its primary use is a brand. It signifies that you belong to something. The thing that you belong to, might also belong to other, like, people or other creatures of its kind. And it's kind of almost making it's kind of like what Mel has right now. It's almost making like a little bit of like a branch that you can like hop into and hop out of whenever you want to. Like a level, like a branch of like communication between like, you know, those like the memes of like telepathic community, like it's making that. And like, I'll even tell you on a 17, it keeps for some reason doing that with this guy, Finian. And you're really not sure why, but it probably means that he is connected in some way to the like to the thing that you were branded with. Does that make sense?
Oh, like the tattoo on their chest, it feels more like an amplifier. It's not doing anything itself. It's mostly the dragon.
It's amplifying it, but like so like all of the tattoos are interacting with you guys' magic in a weird way. For you, it's like accelerating the process. So it's giving you abilities that this tattoo would have given you if you'd had the proper training. But because you aren't there yet, you haven't had that training, it's accelerating the process to a point that you have no fucking clue what's going on. You don't even know what it's called that you're doing. But it's an open, like, it is it's basically, oh my god. Excuse me. It's basically an open, like, level of communication. It's like river rushing down. And you can hop on and you can follow the current to where it goes. And then you can hop out whenever you want.
Okay. Can they try to like, I don't want to put, the last few times it's like, that like their whole self has been put into the current. Mm-hmm. Can they try to walk beside it? Like maybe sit down in the corner of their room and just like mentally follow the path?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Give me an intelligence check.
Strength intelligence. It's a 14.
14. Damn, bro. You try to like dip your toe, or not dip your toes in it, but you try to walk beside it.
Yeah.
For a moment, nothing really happens, and then make a con save. Sorry.
Okay. Not terrible. Really good. 18.
Okay. For a minute, it feels like maybe you can almost dip your toe into it, and you do, and like immediately, like you can feel something start. You can feel like the like walls around your room like start to shake, but not like in the usual way, like a really violently shaking, like you're about to like do it again. And like you kind of like ground yourself, so you grab something next to you, and then you kind of feel like gradually the shaking like stops.
Okay.
So
Okay. Get the sense that like if you jump in, it would just take him to Finian again, or can they go farther?
you get the sense that yeah, if you jump in, you're gonna do the exact same thing that you probably did, or something worse, something crazier, I guess.
Okay.
Fuck it, we've all.
Like every ball.
Bad idea. Really bad idea. He might kill you this time. Like,
He might.
he will be busy trying to save someone else, I'm sure.
Well, okay, so at this point, you know, it's been about like at least a couple, like 5-6 hours. So
Go back naked.
yeah. So you can probably guess that he's not going to be doing that anymore, or if he is, oh, that's crazy. But yeah.
Can they go green at all? You said it's kind of like a rushing river. Can they go against the current?
Oh,
Mm,
you absolutely can do that. You absolutely can do that. Yeah, give me. Oh, what do I do this as?
What's up?
Just do notes for a second while I go grab my phone.
Give me another Arcana check, and I'll let you do it with advantage this time,
Oh fuck yeah.
since you were able to get the con save.
Okay. That's a modded 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Everybody shut up. Okay. Does Tucker want to be here for this, or did they have to go do something?
They just are grabbing their banh mi.
Okay. Of course they are. I saw the DoorDash notification. Of course they are. Never mind. Okay. So you try again. And this time you kind of start to wait in. It's almost like you get like it's in your mind, but like you know that you're here, right? Like you can feel everything. You have your 5 senses. You know you're in this train. But it's almost like you're imagining like this happening in your head, and it's like actually like having an effect. You kind of wade through. You get like you imagine this like beautiful like river. Lots of green, lots of lush around it. You start wading through, like up against the current. And it's tough. There are times where like you might slip on a rock, or you like need to grab onto a tree to kind of like help pull you against it. But eventually, you kind of get all the way up. And you hit almost like, you know those types, I don't really know what to call them. Those like types of waterways where it's like there's a giant pool and then they like shift off into different rivers. You get there. And so you just came up this river and you see off to the side like there's 2 other different rivers that you can try and like go down basically. Here it's very like safe. It feels like a very like safe place for you. Whatever you get to this place, it's whatever Morgan thinks like is a safe place for them. Like, is there like a place that you had in your history or in your like in Morgan's past that like they would have thought of a place that they found a lot of peace in?
Yeah. I think we've talked about how like your family's kind of nomadic, but I think there was like one spot where they had stayed for probably like a longer amount of time than usual. That was like um, very peaceful. Like the nature was very like harmonic and like beautiful sunsets. Lots of I think lots of trees, but also some like beautiful clearings and stuff. And I think they find themselves and like one of the things that they spent a lot of time in just like, you know, be by themselves and think and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like here. You can try, like, you can stay here. You're happy to stay here. Or you can try going down any one of the other rivers, or you can go down the same river that you just went down. But you do feel a sense, like, I think in this moment, like in this pool, a sense of like more control over what you've just done.
okay. Do they get a pull from any river? Like, does anything like call to them?
So the river that you just came up is kind of part of like two little offshoots. And then there's a giant main river right in front of you.
I think they're gonna go down the giant main river.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. I wasn't prepared for this. Damn. Okay. You start going down this river. Are you walking? Are you swimming? Are you just letting the like tides take you?
I think they're walking, but they feel like the push of the river, so they're kind of like going at the same pace. They're not like they're going straight down. I think like they're very much trying to feel where the river's coming from, it's going, and like it take places, but not lose control to the river.
Okay. Give me one last con save, and I'll tell you what happens.
Another 18.
Another 18. Okay. You start walking, and then you start running down the tide. It starts pushing you faster and faster and faster, and then you start swimming. It just takes you. But you don't feel like you're out of control necessarily, like you're gonna drown or this is something you should be afraid of. It feels like a rush of like power almost. And like you know something big is you're about to like come on across at the end of this like river. And it's carrying you towards that, and you are like still going to be okay. It's just going to be a lot. You go down and down and down. And at this point, the car does start shaking again. It starts shaking again, and it does flip a little bit again. But this time, instead of in front of Finian, you are in like a like very like cold, desolate, like there's like it's cold. Like it feels like like the planet like Hoth, like the ice planet from like Star Wars. It's like that. You look across, it's almost blinding. And you hear in the distance like a roar, like something that's so powerful it like rattles your bones a little bit. But it doesn't scare you. It feels very like familiar. It feels very much like something that like has been with you this entire time. And as you kind of does Morgan like do you start to walk or anything, or are you just like standing there?
I think they go towards the road. Like they might do like a little spin to kind of get their bearings. They are moving to what feels familiar.
You start going towards the rower, and you come across the giant like mouth of this like cavern, basically. And you can't really see very far into it because there's not much light, like obviously, and there's nothing. Everything around you seems very uninhabited. So there's no like technology. There's no nothing. No people. Not even really any animals. Just like snow, clouds, very blinding. And like you see as like you start to get closer, like kind of the snout, like a pink snout, starts to like come out of like the darkness. And then it kind of like, you know, like smoke comes out of its like nostrils and stuff like that. This is a full like grown dragon like snout. It is huge. It is like, it is so, you are so far away from the cave that like you can actually see it come out, but you still, even with like how far away you are, you still have to look up. And then like again, and the like head slowly comes out of the shadows, and it's this beautiful pink dragon with like, it almost shimmers, like it almost seems like a mirror, like incandescent in like the like starlight of this planet. And she looks down at you and she goes, "Hello, Morgan."
Oh, she's British.
She's British. I honestly just made that up on the spot. So if you don't want her to be British, we don't have to have her be British. But
I like it.
Anyway,
I really like it. Yeah.
she goes, "Hello, Morgan. You're not supposed to be here yet, but I like your enthusiasm." And then you shift back.
Damn. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit.
We are making big moves here, you guys. You guys are making.
Big fucking moves.
You get a sense for the first time as you shift back. This is the dragon who put the dragon mark on your neck.
Ooh.
Yeah. You see, and also you like just as it did with Finian, except a little hotter now. It's like warm. The skin is very warm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're gonna switch over from Morgan to Hoebe now. I'm gonna let them sit with that. And you don't, by the way, she doesn't say that, like, this dragon doesn't say it out loud. You hear it in your head, her voice.
No doubt. Like reverberates in me. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't like, "Mah, mah, mah." She just like sits there and you can hear it. And yeah. Hoebe, what are you and your red eyes doing?
So I still have red eyes right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Remind me, do we have our weapons back now?
I gave you guys your weapons, yeah, for that fight.
You did, yeah.
Yes, you still have them then.
Okay.
Actually, no. Everybody else has them except for you because they don't trust you.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
Does Hoebe have any weapons, or is it just her magic?
No, she has weapons because she's a cleric, so she has a mace.
Okay. Yeah, they throughout this entire time they have not given Hoebe back her weapons.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, sorry, Pookie.
Hoebe Hoebe is gonna gather some intel. She's going to attempt to get into the vents and go around and see what she can eavesdrop on.
Okay. Give me. What the fuck do I even ask? Hold on. Give me an investigation check.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're in a train. I mean, it's like a space train.
I'll allow this. Yes.
Okay. That is an 18.
Okay. There is in your room, there is a vent to like on the corner that has like, you can see kind of like, the security. So like most of these vents have like a security, like almost like force field over them just to make sure. It's mainly to like make sure that like nothing crazy, like if there is something crazy in the vents, that it doesn't come into your room.
Yeah, like poisoned or something.
Yeah, but it's also usually like it will keep other things out of it as well in your room. So, you see it kind of like flickers every now and then, and you can kind of piece together that one of the little like projectors of it, like one of the little transformers on either side of the vent, is like broken. So you can effectively, if you want, you can try and break it even like a little bit more, and then get into the vent.
Yeah. Yeah, Hebe's going to... Damn, okay, I don't have weapons. Hebe's gonna take off one of her shoes and just kind of try to bonk the projector thing a little bit, and basically, yeah, just like hammer at it with her shoe a little bit and try to break it.
I'm gonna ask you to make me a stealth check while you're doing this.
Okay. That is an 11.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
This is honestly purely coincidence. As you are doing this, you hear a knock at the door.
I put my shoe back on really fast and go open the door as if nothing is wrong.
You open the door to Rune.
Oh, hello.
And he just goes, he is going to make a quick check on you real quick. Because you seem fucking crazy right now.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% still wearing the sunglasses.
Yeah, you're 100% still wearing the sunglasses?
Uh-huh.
Okay. He looks at the sunglasses and he goes, "Is it too bright in here?"
I'm trying to remember what did I tell Solara that I get headaches or something along those lines? Or did I try to use that as my excuse?
I don't remember. I also don't know if we wrote it down, but I'm sure, yeah, like you. Solara asked, I probably like if something was wrong, like if your head hurt,
right.
because you were still wearing them.
I'm just gonna go with that. I'm just gonna be like, oh no, it's just you get migraines every now and then. Nothing to worry about.
He goes, here, and he like Kibo is on his shoulder. And Kibo kind of like makes a little like whirring sound, and then Kibo has one of those like long extender arms, and so he like extends his arm over Rune's like head and like digs around in his like pocket of like one of the pockets of his trench coat, and pulls out like like the space version of ibuprofen.
Nice.
And hands it to Rune to give to you. And Rune holds it out to you and goes, "Oh, here, I have some on me."
Well, actually, this might fall flat in general because you can't feel pain right now. You don't feel pain.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's able to. Do you still want to say that, or do you want to retcon that?
Shit.
Because he doesn't. He's about to say like, I thought like he was like, does the pain intolerance not extend to like internal? Like, is it just external?
Ooh. I mean, I don't know.
Because he doesn't right now. He doesn't think that like you're necessarily like he knows something is up, but he is genuinely curious about the like pain thing since you don't really know much about it yourself.
Trying to think. I guess I'll go something along the lines of like, it's not necessarily the pain, it's that it makes the lights look all messed up and it's just very distracting, very irritating. So the glasses help cut that down a bit.
Right. He goes, well, he doesn't say right. He goes, I see. So it doesn't extend. Or you said it's not pain, but it's like.
Right. It's more just the visual busyness that's happening. It's like, have you ever damn, I'm trying to think of a good example.
Give me a deception check while you do this.
That's an 8.
Okay. You can say whatever you want to say, but he is probably not going to believe you. He's still like giving it like his hand is out for you to take the pills though.
I'm just gonna take the pills and just chuck them back dry.
As you give him the pills, your hand brushes his. And he like looks very sharply up at you. And then he smiles and he goes, That's why it's making you cause like no pain, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who am I talking to?
Who do you think you're talking to?
I don't think it's Hoebe.
Well, you'd be right about that, but don't think I'm ready to lay all my cards on the table just yet. What tipped you off?
What'd you say?
I said, what tipped you off?
Magician never reveals his secrets, I guess.
Clever. I can see why Hoebe likes you. And then, she's going to headbutt him as hard as she can and attempt to knock him out.
Okay, hold on, let me pull up his character sheet real quick. Headbutt him as hard. That's what is that? Well, give me an attack roll first.
Okay.
It would be it's like kind of like what like punching someone is, right? Unarmed attack. Give me an unarmed attack roll.
How do I do that again? Just add my deck?
So unarmed, it just dictates your like damage. So you just roll it regular. So just do like regular d20 roll strength. If you're proficient in it, you add your proficiency. And then it like your damage is technically only your strength modifier unless you have other feats that change that.
Okay, let me make sure I don't have something for that.
Okay.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything to help with that. So just a flat d20. That is a that's the 3.
Nice.
I'm not gonna even lie to you, dog. I'm not gonna roll.
No, you gotta roll. What if he gets a nat 1?
I will do that. I don't know. It's rolling. You roll like a dex, don't you? Or like for a reaction to that, or like no, it'd be an opposed strength, I think.
If you're trying to grapple, then it's opposed. Like if he's like trying to grip them.
He rolled a 12 on the die. I'm not even gonna add the modifiers. You do that. You try to hit him as hard as you can. Man does not even flinch. He just like looks at you again and he goes, you know, I would be a little bit embarrassed if I were you right now.
I don't know that that emotion is in my repertoire, but I can understand why you would say that.
He goes, I'm not going to I'm not going to restrain you in any way, but I would like to ask one question before you decide to give it back to Hoebe.
All right, what's your question?
He goes, I know your magic is of the singularity realm, and I know you're a very powerful being. My question is, are you gonna sorry, let me think how I'm gonna phrase this question. What's your goal right now?
Ooh. What is my goal right now, Mr. DM?
I assume that your goal right now is to get away as far as possible. Like, just get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because you've been trying to get, it also seems like you've been trying to get information, so probably, hold on. I have notes on this, actually.
Sweet. So I was like, I don't know if we've talked much about the motivations here.
You want to remember.
Ah, okay.
So, I guess probably what Ghost would want more than anything else is right now they're very curious about, who they are, and they also want to know, they're also curious about what you're also curious about, history-wise, which is the commander calling you sister.
Right. So yeah, Ghost will say something along the lines of I want to know how I came to be stuck in this rather neurotic woman's body. And outside of that, I think her interests and mine are quite in line.
He goes, you got that. He goes, well, you're inside her. Take a look. But I'll tell you this, she'll probably see too.
And that's the trouble, isn't it? She doesn't know I'm here.
What the fuck?
So
You just
maybe
got an
don't
answer.
say anything to her for now, if you don't mind. Wouldn't want to break her fragile little mind.
He goes, I'll do that. On one condition.
Yes.
When you decide to look at how you got here, you let me take a peek too.
All right. We have a
So
deal.
do you want to try and look at that now?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. So he goes, well, sounds like a deal. And he reaches out and he touches you again. And go ahead and make me a con save with advantage.
Con save with advantage. Well, that was a 10 and a nat 1, so we're gonna do 10.
It takes you with some difficulty, but Hoebe is in control now.
Oh,
And
hello, Rune.
suddenly Hoebe is here, and the thing that you come back to is just Rune, he goes back to the position he was originally in, and he is holding out the pills to you, and he goes, "You said you needed something for your eyes."
Well, I doubt that will do much since I can't feel pain, but I appreciate the effort.
He smiles and he goes, "Glad to know that it also works on the inside too." And he puts the pill bottle back in his coat. Is there anything Hoebe wants to do now that she's Hoebe on the train?
I think, ironically, Hoebe would be wanting to try to remember information.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a history check.
All right. That is a 19.
Okay. Are you by yourself at this point, in your room?
Yes, I would assume so.
Okay. You kind of think back to when, the commander called you sister. And you think back to, also, your childhood and stuff like that. The cult that you grew up with, it was very common to call you guys brother and sister to each other. That was kind of the, sibling, the way that people, when you were a very young child, that's all people would call each other whenever they saw each other, was brother, sister, sibling. Kind of in the way that movements call each other comrade. There weren't very many children growing up around you. You didn't have a lot of friends, when you were in this cult, just because there was really no one else there. But you do remember on a 19, there was a big gathering one day, and you were very confused because this is it was not the usual time. It wasn't church time. It wasn't worship time. It wasn't anything like that. It was different, and it was it was different, and you see it was almost sort of a party, a celebration, and that's not something that usually happened in the environment that you grew up in. There was nothing really they celebrated death. They celebrated the ending of things. This was a celebration of life, of a beginning, and there's a lot of very traditional Singlerish dancing and stuff like that, some rituals and things like that. And you remember everybody being in line, all the people that you grew up surrounded by, and including your parents, and you remember waiting this line for hours, man. You just want to get that you want to get the cake that's over there. You do not give a fuck about what you're waiting in line for. You're 4 years old. And it was, one of the more happier time. It was probably one of the happiest times you were in the cult, when this little get together was happening. And you see finally they you and your family get to the front, you and your parents, and there's a little cradle. And there's a little you kind of peer in, and you can hear your mother and your father one of them say be careful. That's your brother. You have a new brother. And you peer in, and you can see just a little baby that's purple, has pink hair, and it opened. It's very quiet, it's so surprisingly quiet for an infant that size, and it opens its eyes, and it's black, its eyes are entirely black, and then the pupil, this outline of the pupil is an orange event horizon almost. And he kind of reaches out to you, and you don't really understand what they mean by brother, but you kind of put your finger out, and they kind of holds on to it, and you see for the first time this little baby kind of looks at you and smiles a little bit. and like does the little like happy little like the little like thing that babies do where they're like
Yeah, like babble.
yeah, like wanting to like say something to you. And you remember that like so you remember the first session when you were trying to remember like a workshop that you used to be in? That's like that same guy kind of like was like hovered over the two of you. He's like kind of you can see like he's very tall, very intimidating. He's a drow. And he's like in these black like ceremonial robes. And he kind of leans over the two of you and he kind of like looks at you and gives you like a smile and goes, he likes you. And then he goes, the savior likes you. You have been blessed this day. And you come back. Make a perception check while you're like going over this memory.
Okay. That shit's crazy. Ooh, that is a modded 21.
You look up and you see something that like kind of shimmers in the memory that's not really supposed to be there. But it's not a part of the memory. It's not like it wasn't there during that time. And it just like there's like it's like a black like hooded figure and it just like stares at you with like red eyes. And you do get unnerved by it a little bit and then you come back.
Well, that's fucking crazy. Fear.
Yippee!
What?
Fear.
Yeah. They were celebrating the birth of a savior, i.e., the child of Ether, or the grandchild of Ether.
The Antichrist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Destroyer.
Big moves, you guys. Do you guys pause? Do you guys want to take a break? How are we feeling about time?
Chilling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good to push through.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to
Keep going.
pee.
I also kind of need to pee, so maybe let's take like a 5-10 minute break and we'll be back. Great. Okay, perfect.
Hey, what? 105?
Yeah.
What?
This session is actually crazy.
Yeah, I actually had some other crazier shit planned, but I was like, I think that's enough. We'll get to that later.
I'm having a great time.
I'm learning.
Learning things.
Learning things.
Yeah.
I love that. I think
Wait, for who? Was it for me?
What?
What was the crazier shit? Who was it for?
I think you know who it was for. Kaylee.
Kaylee,
Ah,
sorry.
get down.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I want it.
We're still trying. I mean, we're still going.
We'll get to it. We might even get to it to this session. So fear not. Fear not. It's coming for you.
Unfortunately, I'm full of fear.
Yeah. You and Orion had to like make out for a second, and I was like, well, let me play that out real quick.
Well, I would have put that off if I would have known something more important was gonna happen. Like,
Well, I was gonna have you do it first, and then I was like, no, I think this is fine. So it's actually, it might even make it better that happened, that you and Orion had your moment before this happens. So.
okay.
Are you gonna? Never mind. I'm not even gonna speak that into existence.
I
You know.
scared.
I love that
Yeah.
everybody has secrets. It's great, actually.
Secrets.
Oh, I was gonna ask Mel if they want to contact Taliesin or do anything with that too.
To be honest with you, I had not given it a lot of thought.
Yeah.
How soon are we gonna circle back to me?
Here soon. I'm gonna bring you guys all together for this next part, so you guys can like. It won't be just like a one-on-one thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can like we'll get to we'll probably end this session with kind of not in a peaceful like sort of in a peaceful way, like just like you got to your destination type of way.
Got it.
Big things on the horizon, but they're not there yet. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think I actually do have something I want to ask her. Her? Them?
So this is something me and Tucker thought about. The moon elves specifically don't really have a gender. Like
Oh,
they
fuck
all
yeah.
use they them, but some of them, it's been kind of like in their like in the way they've interacted with the galaxy, they've taken on like gendered pronouns because they've felt like it kind of does connect them in a way. So like everybody, like all the moon elves, like their first pronoun will be they, and if they want any other ones, it'll be second. But like, yeah, they use they, she.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Arthur.
Ah,
Arthur.
ah, I'm hungry. Do you guys want to see my PC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Ooh.
Ooh.
Isn't she- Ooh, ah.
Awesome.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, the like outside you can't see it very well because of the light, but the outside is kind of like this like peach like pink color, and then like the guts inside are like a light blue.
Biblically accurate angel
Yeah.
to me, actually.
Yeah.
Isn't she gorgeous?
OMG, I just realized that now I can send you guys my ghost picture.
Bunch of people who he's saving like sick.
That's so sick.
All right. Well,
Tucker, what are
It's
you
fun.
referring to? The like transgender in the way you have gender in an ungendered system?
Like taking on like
Uh,
gendered pronouns in the ungendered system of the moon elves.
yeah.
Oh.
Like what you guys, the moon elves don't experience gender, but what was it, Taliesin? Like
When you
stepped
leave,
outside
yeah.
that and then like felt like they were having gender, so then they took on pronouns to experience the thing. I think that's interesting.
It's a really
Does
cool
that-
concept for
Like, discovery of gender when it didn't exist there before is cool to think about.
Very different than everyone else's experience.
Yeah,
right.
of, like trying to like unexperience.
Getting as far
Yeah.
from gender as possible, whereas in this universe it's more so
Very like explicitly deciding to engage with it. It's-
right. Yes.
That's
The choice is really cool.
Yeah. And I don't like incorporating like homophobia or transphobia into like well, at least like the campaigns with you guys. So I'm gonna try and explicitly like steer away from those types of things, but like there is like obviously there are places in the galaxy like where it's not really respected, or it's easier for them to be like to use like she her. So I think it's more of the fact that like that too, and then also like in the galaxy like you are engaging with other people's cultures, so they will all think about gender in a different way. And so like sometimes it is easier when engaging with other cultures that don't necessarily understand that the moon culture like doesn't, because in the like for example for the Stellar Empire like gender does very much like matter. It matters in like the opposite way that it matters here, where it's like more
It's more
favorable.
towards like
Yeah, it's more favorable to be like a woman or a non-man. So yeah. But yeah, I think I wanted to explore that because I was like, well, we're in a different universe. We might as well do something different. Yeah. Hey, Ghost. Hey.
I'm looking disrespectfully.
I hope someone is taking notes for this session too. Okay. thank
Notes. I'm also recording it for us.
yes.
God. Yeah. Okay. Did any of you guys have any last minute things you want to do on the train before you guys disembark?
Please God, don't let us learn anymore.
No.
Okay.
Oh, well, I actually do want to tell Orion about Hebe's eyes.
Okay.
I would say, because he was like unnerved by that. I think the way that this is going to come up is, you know how she was drawing that guy?
Yeah.
I think that she, like, after the conversation with Orion, is going to have been lost in thought, and then whenever she like looks back down at the paper, it has like red eyes like Hoebe instead of his actual eyes. And she's going to bring that up, actually. She's gonna be like, watch out for these eyes. I saw this on the doctor lady.
Dr. GB.
Yeah, Dr. GB. I saw Dr. GB with different eyes than normal. They looked like this.
Okay. Orion nods and goes, truthfully, I've been keeping a closer eye on that one than everyone else here. Because she is the biggest threat in the room.
I mean, I am a convict, so like, I get it.
You are, and like
Right.
Orion means this in like the nicest way possible. We got like a twink. We got two actually moon twinks.
Mel is not a twink.
Oh, that's right. They're
No.
Excuse you.
For reference, I guess since the secret's kind of out, Ghost. So my character is actually a cleric rogue multi-class, but really the rogue stuff, at least for now, is only usable by Ghost. So Ghost is the cleric, essentially.
Okay.
surprise.
Bye.
Surprise, shawty. Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to misgender Mel in a slur way.
I'll do the wrong slur, my fault.
Shit, my bad. Like, like in the nicest way. Either way, regardless, in the nicest way possible. Like Orion doesn't deem Io or Mel as a threat because they are so small. At least like a physical threat. They don't. He doesn't really know like your magical abilities. He thinks physically the biggest threat in the room is Morgan, and then like magically the biggest threat in the room is Hoebe. So,
Question for you, actually.
all right.
I'm looking at my character sheet, and I didn't realize that as a 5th level bard, I also get 3rd level spells. Well, had not chosen my 3rd level spells yet. I was looking at that. How would non-detection work in this world?
I would have to look at the spell. Hold on 1 second.
Y'all. Sorry.
Basically, 8 hours, you can hide willing target or object from divination magic or magical scrying sensors.
Probably just whatever magic sensors would normally. Yeah.
Okay, so this. Go ahead.
Basically, like, if it would work against the magic sensors that detect stuff, I'm going to take it. But if not, I'll look at others. I don't want to take it if it's like a useless spell.
Guys, Wachapi and Liam got married.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yo.
like actually, her house and got married.
Oh.
Oh yeah, they literally
Fucking
individually
insane.
texted me.
Shit.
That's
That's crazy. Good for them.
Oh.
they look so cute, actually.
It's a really sweet picture.
They are such the faggiest faggots to ever faggot.
Yeah.
And they took that conversation that you guys had, Kaz, personally, because they texted me individually a picture of them together.
I know. I noticed that. I was like, okay.
They also individually messaged it to me, and I was like, "Oh shit, is this like on the DL? Like, what's going on?"
Yeah, my phone is on Do Not Disturb, so I like didn't see it.
Yeah, no, I just like I talked with them like a while ago because I was like I wanted to hear from them personally that they were gonna get married, because like they are obviously like a very close friend, and I was just like, and they were like, yeah, you know, you're right, I should have told you, like even if though I told, because like when they told people, they told Tucker, first because like obviously childhood best friends.
Yeah.
But then Tucker told us, and I didn't get like an individual thing from them, and so I was like, well, like this was a very big event in your life, like I would like to hear from you personally. And they were like, you're right, like you guys are like my really close friends, I want to do that. So
Well, that's good.
yeah.
Nice.
Yippee! Yippee!
Woohoo.
Ask and you shall receive. Yeah. So, oh my god, congrats to Liam and Wachakbi. Should we make them Kibo in the background? Here's someone gets married.
Immediately conducting porn.
Okay. Oh my.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, wedding, lol. The non-detection spell, Tucker, it will... Let me look at the specifics again. It will work, I will tell you right now, so you should take it.
Okay.
I probably will change the duration or the types of like sensors it works on.
Okay.
Because I think just blanket, you get an 8 hours free of security.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well, in the way I would assume it's like casting non-detection would set off the sensor, right? Because it's like not an active spell yet, but post casting non-detection, it wouldn't set off the sensor. Is that?
yes, yeah. So you could probably cast it like if you were outside a club or something, you could cast it like outside of it and then go inside.
Got you. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and we can flavor that however you want. Like you want the non-detection to look like. Because I'm sure there's obviously devices in this world that do that, but there's also a pure form of the magic. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So you guys all have very formal. Kind of like the moon. And this like area, it's interesting. It's almost interesting because on the night side, like there's no atmosphere, but like there is like light, like pollution. So it almost makes it look like, you know, you have an atmosphere here. It kind of blocks out some of the beautiful stars that you see in the sky. Up on top on the night side, it's very much like our own moon is kind of what you can think of. And there's different like bubbles of like people, machines, to the west. You can't really see it yet, but there is something called the Western Fields, which is kind of near where Cath is. But that's where the night side used to be full of like life, like plants and shit that would like feed off of like even with no air, with no atmosphere. But a lot of that has been cleared away for mining and like arcadium, like refinement basically. So it's much smaller.
New. Like, has Io seen that before, or is that new? So that we're starting to post like Eclipse technology coming out of it.
You grew up in a world where this was already happening, so no.
Okay, great.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot more, obviously, like since you were like or like you will see less and less as you grow up, but like yeah. One of the biggest, I would say, like maybe history drops for like you and Mel is like during you guys' like childhood or lifetime, there was a big like win for like wildlife on Puck, and so they designated the Western Fields a protected zone.
Yeah.
So they're not allowed to clear it away because the bees. They need the side bees. So it was a win for like wildlife, but it was also a win, I think, a little bit for the corporations too. So yeah, as you guys make your way towards Cath. Cath is like in a crater, sort of. Like it's halfway in. The crater itself is kind of like if you know like when you see a planet, right, and the craters are like they hit it and it's like coming like all evenly like across. This is like an asteroid like grazed the surface here. So like there's like a buildup of material over here. So almost like the crater is like vertical, if that makes sense. And then there's kind of like a little bit of a valley right here. And what's nice about Cath and like why it is a village, like it's not like a city. But what's nice about and why it's such like a big mining town is because this like provides a natural cover from a lot of the like solar wind from the star. So like a lot of the radioactivity, certain planets without atmospheres are subject to a lot of like particles hitting like radioactive particles from the star that it's with. And if you don't have a magnetic field, then it slowly might strip away your atmosphere, which is what like you kind of are seeing right now on Mars. Puck never had an atmosphere here, but this like prevents, I think, from like the machines having to work so hard to fight against it. So it's just easier to set up mining in Puck or in Cath, which is what I'm basically saying. But you guys, as you guys start to like come in towards the like train station that's kind of on the outskirts of town, you see the giant dome is kind of built into the side of this like big vertical crater. And so they go through some security checkpoints, and then you're able to stop at the station right on the outskirts. And inside the like architecture here is very different than in the Terminator and the capital city that you just came from. It's very like humble. It's very like small and rounded. It's like pretty white, but like you can see the white has been kind of slowly turned into a gray color as moon dust has kind of settled all across these different buildings. Think like on Tatooine, that like the Mont Espa, like the scene where Luke goes into the bar, like that little town. That's kind of what this kind of feels like. You know, and the highest thing in this like town is you can see kind of in the background is the like a steeple of like the church for Solaris here. Yeah. So you guys kind of come in, train comes to a stop, and security comes out with you.
Like that kind of vibe, Kazi.
Hold on. Yeah, but think of it as on the moon, and it like it's got a little bit more of like a grayish tint to it than like a sandy tint. Yeah. So you guys stop in. Oscar is not like with you guys anymore. So it's just Rune now. And he says, as promised, since we're so close and the security, and he says this, and you guys kind of get like a hint of like he fucking hates this idea, or he just fucking hates it. But he goes, because Eclipse security is so tight here, we'll be free to stop at Cath to visit if you would like to visit your family, Io. anyone else that wants to come with is more than happy to come, or like is more than welcome to come. But you will be like staying with us and going to like Io's farm. So like your two options are you can come with everybody, and like you guys will be going to Io's moisture farm and like maybe a stop in between, or you can stay on the train. But you're not allowed to go and just like do whatever in Cath. So, what would you like to do?
I like to come
I'll
along
meet
and
your family.
Yay! Field trip.
I don't want to be stuck on some fuck ass train.
Okay. Does everybody want to come with?
Sure.
Okay.
Io's gonna like walk us alongside Solara for a second, and I'm gonna like teach her how to like step on the moon dust to not stir it up so much, so it doesn't like disturb as much dust and get it on her clothing. And I like teach her how to like distribute her weight properly to try and make it as undirty as possible.
She is so moved. You move her so much. She just kind of like like mimics you and like tries to get a feel for it. And then she like kind of looks at you and goes, "Thank you for welcoming me into your world. I know that my kind have not been as favorable."
Yeah, you got a hat or something?
I could find one.
I believe.
You got a what now? Or something?
A hat or something.
A hat, like you said?
Yeah.
As you guys walk along, they have something right now in Cath that is kind of like, you know in like the Hunger Games movie where like Katniss goes to like, I think it's called the Seam, and she goes to this like black market, like underground shit or whatever. They have something similar to that, but it's just more of like, it's not as black market technically, but it's just like more of like a working class people showing off their wares. So you guys pass through that. It's kind of like a street, like pop-up market. So if you guys want to like stop and like look at stuff, you can. If you want to say hi to people, while you are, yeah. So I guess whatever you guys want to do. You can't stay there for too long, but it's on the way to.
I want to
would
find a
definitely
cowboy hat.
appreciate your help being more local attire for this outing.
Was it a shopping?
Shopping episode?
Shopping!
I'm dead.
Yeah, you guys see in Cath, it's not so big. Like, there's very few, like, hover cars here. There's very few, like, means of transportation. It's just mostly walking. And I think at the beginning when you guys do this, like, they offer to, like, take you guys in, like, a security vehicle, like a secure vehicle. And one of them starts arguing with, like, Rune about it. And Rune kind of shuts them up with it and goes, you would just make more, like, you would make more, you would alert more people to our presence here by doing that. Like, are you fucking stupid?
Right.
Yeah, so he's coming with you guys, and just, like, hanging out with y'all. So he allows you, if you want to go and buy something, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, so Lara definitely wants to take Io off and be like, help me dress for your for this, because
You see Orion also has changed into, this is the first time Orion, I think, doesn't have his armor on around all of you. He has like under, like, you know, like the like casual version of like a dress uniform. He has something like that on. So he does look a little bit out of place as well.
With the helmet on still?
No.
with a helmet, like a mask of some kind. Yeah.
He doesn't have the helmet on anymore. He does have like kind of like a face mask on. So it's not something that kind of like extends from like his dress uniform and like comes up to like about like right here. And it's kind of like white and gold.
Yeah.
Sick. Io's gonna like walk up and kind of like do a little like link arms with like Solara if they can. If Orion doesn't like beat the shit, kind of like link onto them, walk side by side, and like get them dressed so maybe people won't know that they're from the Stellar Empire as much as they possibly can.
Yeah.
This is very reminiscent of like a guard with his with like you're at court and you're hanging out with one of your like ladies' maids, and like your security guards are just like a few steps back, just like making sure. So that's how he kind of treats the situation. Oh, Io is one of your like the ladies at court, and you're allowed to take a walk while he
So
follows.
I've already expressed it's a shame I can't marry that one. Shame we're not compatible.
Oh, it's okay. I'm for the people.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't know what like moonwear looks like, but yeah, she's probably gonna pick something that's like mostly like light, but still like kind of long sleeves, so like as much of her skin is kind of covered as possible, like so she's not shining bright gold in the middle of everything being gray. And then yeah, some kind of like hat and like braid her hair up in some way so that it's mostly away.
It would be crazy
Yeah.
to get Solara a cowboy hat.
I was literally just thinking.
I
think
want
we
her to
should
have a
find
cowboy hat so bad.
It was like hanging down on the front, so it like covered like
So
Orville
yeah,
Peck vibes almost of like it's like
it like covers the face. That's amazing. Shalara really fucks with that. Yeah, Shalara's really gonna fuck with that, I think.
Yeah. Do you want to get like a cowboy hat or something like that? Like, is that what you want?
Yeah, that would be fine. Like exactly kind of like Tucker said, like a cowboy hat or some like shape of it with like tassels along the front, so you really can only see like the bottom part of her face and not too much else.
Yeah. Okay. Does anybody else want to go with them while they do this, or are you guys going to other different stalls to find clothes? Okay. So just Solara and Io then.
Does Orion have anything to blend in, or is my man
Yeah,
sticking
Orion's
out?
gonna
Like,
get some stuff as well.
yeah, maybe.
Solara's gonna like beckon him forward and then be like,
I was gonna turn and be like, Mel, can you fix this one? I'll deal with her.
Wait, you say that to Orion?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get Mel to like dress Orion,
Oh.
and I'm gonna like take Lara to like.
Orion does have a little bit more of a sense of like casual like clothing, so he doesn't stick out quite as much as I think you do, Solara, but yes, he does look very formal, like he's part of the military right now. So he doesn't let you, Mel, if you want to, he doesn't let you take him far from where she is, like he needs to be in direct eyesight of her. But like he kind of gives you like a once over, like you, Io. What is Io wearing right now?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I feel like some kind of like more like common attire seen on Puck. Like it's like I feel like the attire here is very like drapey and loose. I feel like it's like I don't know.
Yeah. I remember because you Sam.
Like big ass sleeves that are like almost like on the ground, like a pair of like really like big like balloon pants, like on top of this like massive like overflowing like lace shirt kind of vibe.
Like you hear him say that, and he like gives you a once over, and then he turns to Mel and he goes, "As long as it's not the sack, I'm good."
I hope that's exactly that.
Solara looks away. She's like going snow part in this. She's like,
Yeah, I think Mel just kind of like whistles and is like, okay.
Eva.
I ain't gonna touch that one.
Yeah. So he comes with, he goes with you, Mel. You guys are inside. You do find like some sort of veiled cowboy hat. Solara, as you're shopping around, and also Io, both of you guys make a perception check.
Hold on.
Not good.
Hold on. Okay, that's fine. I've done better, I've done worse. It's a 13.
Very caught up and just back in the market, like doing some shopping.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. You guys don't notice this until it happens. But this like little like moon elven girl kind of like runs up into you guys, and she does it like she like was really excited to meet you. And she kind of like uh pulls aside. There's like a curtain in between the like little stall that you guys are in and the other curtain. And she like pulls it aside like really fast. Um and she goes like in a very like southern drawl. She goes, "Excuse me." Or wow, that was British. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. What is this?
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Or you can even just hit him with a pardon.
Pardon. Yeah, that's a good one.
Hi there.
She like whispers very like small to like, and she like locks eyes with you, Io, and she goes, "Pardon." And she goes, "Just saw you." And she goes, "Are you?" And she like lifts up like a little like pad that she has with her, and it's like a cover of your magazine that you're on. And she goes, "Are you Io?"
I was gonna like squat down in front of them and just be like, "Yeah, but let's keep that under wraps, okay? I'm just trying to do some shopping today," and like they're gonna like do a little like signature on their like magazine for this kid.
Yeah. And she goes, "Wow," as like you're signing it and everything. And you kind of like look up to, and she goes, "That's you." She's young enough that you think maybe she doesn't really know how like billboards and stuff work. She goes,
Yeah.
"And that's you up there?" And she like points to this giant billboard. And it's like just this like ad for one of Eclipse's new one of their new necklaces. And you're up on it, and kind of it's like a holographic ad, so it kind of like is 3D in a little bit. And it's just like you like showing it off while there's like a voiceover and stuff like that. And you look, happy while wearing it. She points at it, she goes, "That's you too?"
Well, I guess that is. Yeah, that's me.
And she just goes like she's like staring up at it, and she goes, "Wow." And she looks at you, and she goes, "When I grow up, I want to be just like you."
I think Io's just gonna like rub their head and just be like, "It's good to have dreams, kid."
She like nods like very excitedly, and she like,
You stick to your heart, okay? And like rubs her head, rubs their head.
yeah. Sorry, yeah, not girl, child. Um, and yeah, they like nod like very like excitedly, enthusiastically. And you see one of their parents comes up behind them too, because it was the stall next to the one you're looking at. And they go, "All right, come on now. Let's leave them to do their business now." And you see as they kind of like usher the child away, the child is already like being like, "Wow, like, did you see that? Like, they're up on that billboard. Wow." And the like parent goes like nods and like it's like, "Yeah, it really is like spectacular, isn't it?" And kind of like as they do that, they kind of like herd them away and like shoot a glare at you over their shoulder.
Look, can I insight that?
You sure can.
Not one.
Oh, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get anything off of that. I'll let you make a perception check with that though, if you want.
Also not good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I was. What is it? A perception?
Mm-hmm.
6. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys continue on your way. Solara, you guys pick out a a cowboy hat with like kind of like a beautiful like veil that covers most of like your features, so you won't really be recognizable as a sun elf as much anymore. Um, Mel, what do you dress Orion in?
I have a vision, okay? I'm picturing, like, you know, like in the old westerns, how they wear, like, those blankets and shit to keep the dust off of them when they're on the horses.
Yeah.
I'm picturing, like, that to, like, kind of, like, cover up, like, a lot of the, like, gold and stuff without, like, having to remove it all, and then, like, a, like, gray cowboy hat.
Okay.
Just like something really practical, because I don't think Orion would go for like frills. I think we would have similar taste. So
Yeah. Yeah, you see him like kind of like look at it in the mirror and stuff like that. And like he agrees. Like I think like at that moment he kind of like nods to you and goes like the style. And this is probably a very high compliment coming from him because you don't really say much about nothing.
I thought you would appreciate practical.
Yeah, he really he likes it. He also goes like we have a visitor.
I have to take apart PC. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. He kind of like looks at the cowboy hat a little bit, and he kind of like does that, and he goes, I might have not chosen the cowboy hat just simply because you guys seem to do a lot with it these days. And what he's like talking about is like the cowboys and things like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, okay, so I don't know if you've ever been to a rodeo, but you know how like they make the cowboy hats that are also helmets.
No. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
You don't? Okay. There are cowboy hats that they make that like look like a regular cowboy hat, but the interior of them is hard like a football helmet kind of to protect your head in case you get kicked by your Bronco. Like I was picturing like that. So there's still like the protective quality. That's why we're going for the cowboy hat, because I don't think they sell regular helmets on Puck.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. He probably doesn't say that as much then just because, like, it seems like... Actually, give me an insight check whenever he says that.
Okay, that's a 5 on the dice, so...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's a 9.
Okay, yeah, you don't get any read on what he meant by the cowboy hat thing. But nice. Are you also, is Mel just in there, cowboy?
Yeah, I don't think Mel's gonna get anything new for themselves. I don't really think Mel was the type to just buy clothing, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Morgan and Hoebe, what do you guys get?
Damn, Hebe's just gonna go for something super plain and like drab. She does not have drip at all.
For Hoebe.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. Let's see. That is a 13.
You are able to find parts of a drab outfit, but like you pick up this pair of like sunglass, like you look to go find maybe some sunglasses just to like something to protect your eyes from all the dust and stuff like that because you're not used to it. And the only things that they have are like those like shitty glasses made out of like years that you guys get on New Year's. Because this is all from like used goods and things like that. So you like rock up with like the dullest like pretty like bland outfit that will like really like make you what's the word, blend in, and then like a pink like Puck New Year glasses.
Nice. I guess I don't technically need to wear the glasses right now, but
For when?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you come back with normal eyes? Yeah. Interesting.
Oh yeah. Like I've had normal eyes this whole time since we left the train.
Interesting.
Ooh, I don't know if I would have. I feel like Hebe would not have kept the sunglasses on because she doesn't know why she would be wearing them.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you say or do anything, Solara?
I mean, I guess she's going to notice it, like, whenever they come back to get, like, they meet up as a group again. She's going to... She'll go to Hoebe and be like, Are your eyes... And she's just gonna let the question kind of, like, trail off, because, like, she's assuming that Hoebe is, like, knows about the situation.
Well, my eyes. What?
Solara is just gonna kind of, like, yeah, like, raise her eyebrows, just, like, and then, like, shake her head and continue on.
How peculiar.
How peculiar, and then puts back on the Puck New Year glasses. Morgan.
Morgan also does not have drip, and I don't think that they've ever really, like, their first thought isn't to be disguised, so they're just thinking that they have to grab something, not to like blend in, but just have something to do. So I think they just grab like the cheapest little poncho in the back. So like they have their typical like like turtleneck cut off with like the cargo pants and the combat boots and just like a little poncho on top. It's all that they know how to do.
Little poncho.
It's kind of nasty. You might want to rub a little bit, but yeah.
I was definitely gonna gather up a little outfit for Mel. I'll walk back to the group, sees that, comes back to me.
Send you to a changing room.
Oh god.
Yeah, they'll come back with like real simple like pair of jeans, like some boots, like a flannel, and then some kind of like little like
like a bolo tie.
like really low tie kind of thing to
Yeah.
go around your dad.
Yeah.
Let's go, Cath.
Like a little bandana, like to like tie around.
You guys all pull up in your outfits, like, and Rune and Kibo, like, are looking just through, like, random shops and stuff like that, and you guys pull up, and Rune turns around, and he's, like, saying as he turns around, he's like, alright, you guys ready to go?
What's that, Rooney?
Rooney.
Not Rooney.
Not my name.
I thought it was like IE, like diminutive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rooney. You say that, and he goes like, "Not my name," and you hear Kibo start like they have like they record everything, and you hear Kibo like turn to Rune and go and like say that like recording of you going Rooney, and be like Rooney, Rooney, Rooney.
I would have also found like a little like baby children boy hat to put on. As
A little
do
what?
that, it's a little like one of those cowboy hats for babies that has the straps and like puts it on the camera's head.
You find a doll. It's a very like old doll that has like one of the like outfits on it. And so you pay for the little hat that comes on. Like you pay for the doll and then you put the little hat on Kibo. And hold on, let me roll something real quick.
Yeah, I does that and then turns to Rune. Is like, yeah, now I think we're ready.
Okay. You put it on like Kibo, and like you heard earlier, like he was doing the recording back and forth of you saying Rooney, and you see like he stops in the middle of like saying the recording, and you can kind of get a sense that maybe that override like came through again, but you put the hat on top of him, and you see kind of like a little like pink flash behind his eyes, and then he's like going. Like, he puts it on again, he's saying it again, like, he's recording. He's like, Rooney, Rooney.
We are so close to sentience, you guys. You're like 3 more sessions and we're gonna break people.
Rune just, like, picks Kibo up. Like, not, like, in, like, it doesn't hurt him in any way, but just, like, he picks him up by his head joint and, like, puts him, like, on his back so that he doesn't have to keep hearing him and presses the volume down. He goes, okay, we can learn to use our inside voice, can't we? Or at least not scream in my ear. Thank you. And you see Kibo nods. And like, actually, instead of him pressing it down, Kibo nods and then like turns his volume control down. But yeah, he kind of has a vocal stem now. He kind of just like randomly says it. He goes, Rooney, Rooney. Until finally, I think like another 10 minutes into the like trek across town to your like farm, he goes, okay, let's stop that now. And Rooney, Kibo like does abide by that, and he stops it, but he keeps the cowboy hat on.
Nice.
You guys finally pull up to Ma and Pa's moisture farm. So you kind of are still in the outskirts of Cath. So you walk along like a dirt road for a little bit, and then you kind of get into more of the fields that like kind of surround Cath, like the main town of Cath. And the fields are barren pretty much, except for these like giant like machines poking up out of the ground, and they are for moisture farming. So I think I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Solaris is like the goddess of like water, because there's so much ice that is trapped in these moons. So even though it's not like liquid water, it's like kind of like their domain. So since most of the like water is like trapped in ice, it needs to be turned into a liquid to provide like drinking water and for any plants or any other wildlife that they like have with it. So what kind of these machines do is they like dig in the ground until they find like a water ice deposit, and they bring it back up into like their like holding cells, and they warm it up until it's like liquid form. So your family's export is primarily liquid water. So you guys see it's really vast. Like they have a really big farm, and they're pretty like the like little like they're like kind of scattered about. They're not in like nice identical rows, but they are in a place where like they have like there's kind of like underneath the ground they have like almost like tentacle like appendages that go and search for this like this ice, and then like kind of like scoop it up as they get it and pull it back up into the part that sticks out from the ground, and that's what heats up the water. And so you can see as you start approaching the farm, there's little like robots, not really like as like complicated as Kibo, but little like robots that come and like almost like it almost looks like they're milking the machine, like they're like turning it on and like letting it flow out into like a little like air, like a little like cart or bucket that they have, and then they like go and take that back towards the big refinement or the big like export centers. So yeah, in the distance you can see this is kind of an interesting. Oh, go ahead.
Do you mind if we stop here? I want to like take a shower before I go to work, and we're running short on time.
Yeah, I was gonna wrap up with this. You're not gonna meet like we're not gonna do anything more. Yeah,
Okay.
I like just wanted this to set the scene before you guys like next session.
You guys wanted to edge us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I like doing that. Yeah, so you guys get to the. It's almost it's so interesting. Like this seems like it's like a scene from like out of like a sci-fi novel. You see in the distance there is kind of this like old like house, old farmhouse. And there looks like to be like almost like a water tower standing next to it. And you kind of expect this like type of like scene to be like for us like in the middle of the country with like fields and stuff like that. But here it's like in gray moon duster. The background is literally just like black stars and then like the like clear dome that comes up over it. So as you approach closer, there are like obviously like roads that cars and like hover cars can take and stuff like that. You see your pa, Ganymede, just a moon elf that is just rocking on a like rocking chair up out on the porch. And that is where we're gonna end today.
Ooh.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Meet the parents, are you?
Yeah. Alright, that's all I got for you today.
That was such a good session.
Yay!
Good stuff.
It was cute. Yeah, it was a good session.
Yippee!
Much to think
Yippee.
about.
Much to think about. Yeah. Make sure you remember like the stuff that we like in the notes that we did and like the goals that you want for your characters. Like Mel, remember that you want to go to this place. Hoebe, if there was any other information you wanted to gather. Morgan, if you want to keep trying with the river and stuff like that. Solara, you know, lesbians.
I was like, no, whatever was gonna happen for me did not happen because we were busy being gay.
Well, remember the history check too. I think also like what I gave you, it's not like a clear answer, but it will provide context for why Orion acts in certain situations. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. Yippee! All right, that's what I got for you.
Bye, friends. I'm gonna go do my work.
Goodbye. Thank you for playing.
Love and light.
Nice.
Do you want to say hi to? Hey.
Hello. I'm dismantling a PC. If any of you are interested in having a PC built for you, please contact me.
They built mine, so that beautiful one that you just saw.
Yeah, it'll probably be a few
Ooh.
years before mine shits the bed, but I've had my desktop since my sophomore year of school, so.
What specs do you have?
She's a workhorse. It's a Lenovo, but I couldn't tell you the exact specs at the moment because it's been a minute.
As soon as you said Lenovo, I trust you. Honestly, like Lenovo does amazing things. Like Lenovo ThinkPad in particular.
That's
is
what
one
I'm
of
on
the
right now.
Yeah, Lenovo ThinkPads are one of the best laptops you can ever get. I have a Lenovo ThinkPad that I think is from like 2011. That shit still runs amazingly. I The only thing is that it can't update to Windows 11.
Yeah. Yeah, because
But
your
if-
hardware probably.
Yeah, but Lenovo's ThinkPad definitely. But yeah, if you ever want to do a gaming PC or anything, let me know.
I'll hit you up.
I love building PCs.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Micro Center after this, and I'm gonna get some stuff for a keyboard and
Fuck
other
yeah.
things. Yeah, and then my flight leaves at 8:10. So
Okay.
did you want to like leave at like 7 then or something like that?
Yeah.
That's what Tucker.
It leaves at 8:10. You're probably gonna start at like 7:30. So I want to get you to the airport probably 6:45 at the latest.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
So that would be leaving here at like 6:15.
Okay. Let's do it. All right. Well,
You know what that is?
huh?
Oh, you guys were just cutting out the whole time, so I think our Wi-Fi is
No,
longer.
I was turned away. I was just talking about like when I need to get dropped off at the airport. So,
I'll
yeah, my flight
see.
today is okay. So Sam, this is important information for you. My flight today is at 8, and right now I'm scheduled to get in around 9:30.
Okay, am I picking you up from the airport or?
Yes, if you can. If not, I'll just get an Uber home.
Okay, yeah, I can pick you up. Don't worry about that.
Okay, it's really easy. Like I'll send you like what the airport name
You
is.
live
But
really close to the airport. Yeah, it's like 10 minutes away.
Oh, perfect.
not-
Okay. I'm used to the airport
it's
being
a
like
really
a
small
full
airport.
hour away.
no.
No. Yeah, no, we live literally 10 minutes from the Columbus airport, and it's a tiny ass airport anyway. So you'll be fine.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna go to Micro Center, lol, and eat
Have
something because I haven't
fun.
eaten anything today. So that entire session was just off of an empty stomach. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Very
I
much.
did. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. DM.
Thank you, Mr.
You're
DM.
Oh,
Bye. Bye, Momo.
Bye.